Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Acushnet Planning Board meeting. This meeting is being recorded and is also available via Zoom tonight, as well as being available for viewing via YouTube. Is there a motion to open the planning board meeting?
Make a motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Can I get a roll call, please?
Peter Guyampa, member. Steve Boucher, member.
Brian Deschamps, member. Let me see, minutes, there's no minutes for review tonight. Correspondence, there's no correspondence to review. Is there a motion to open the public hearing for 39 Keene Road, Form C definitive subdivision plan?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing for Form C, 2023-01 proposal, proposed subdivision for 39 Keene Road, Form C. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Okay, this public hearing is for Form C 2023-01 proposed subdivision plan of land 39 Keene Road, Form C definitive subdivision, owned by AMN Estate Holdings LLC applicant. The engineer is Fowling Corporation of Fairhaven, Mass. This is a proposal for a 6-lot subdivision on a single access street. The plans and accompanying documentation are available for inspection at the town clerk's office. Parting Ways Building, 130 Main Street, first floor, during regular business hours. Okay, I'd like to invite Mr. Marchand here from Fowling Corporation to give his presentation. We're going to start from the beginning tonight because we have a new member, Peter Guyamba, here, and we want to get him up to speed on where we're at. So
Sure.
We're going to start the whole thing from the very beginning. Okay, thank you.
For the record, John Marchand from Farland Corp., 154 Huddleston Ave in Fairhaven. So I was last here in January to kind of present the project. These plans here are the plans that were discussed in January. Basically what we have is a 10.5 acre site comprised of 3 assessors parcels. There's an existing single-family home close to Keene Road. We're proposing to construct a 700-foot linear foot roadway and provide a total of 6 residential lots. So it'd be the existing house plus 5 new houses. The site has wetland resource areas off-site to the west and in the northwest corner of the site. The roadway is 26 feet wide with a 5-foot sidewalk on one side. Lots are proposed to be serviced by individual on-site septic systems. And those have been, each of those lots has been perked and witnessed by the Board of Health. So I guess the biggest change from this plan to what we've revised is, as you can see on this plan, we had previously proposed 2 stormwater basins, 1 large surface basin toward the rear of lot 4, 3 and 4, and a subsurface infiltration basin near the closer to Keene Road. That subsurface infiltration basin would have required a waiver from the subdivision regs. I don't think that was too well received by the board at that hearing, so the biggest revision we made was to eliminate that subsurface basin and bring everything toward the rear to that larger surface basin. If I can flip this over. So this is the revised plan, still 6 lots, roughly 700 feet of road. But instead of having that smaller basin up front, we're gonna pipe everything back to this one basin. some of the other changes that were done, we added some intersection site distance figures on this plan, showing that we have adequate stopping site distance and intersection site distance. We added street trees to both sides of the road. We did have, you can see on lot 1, there's a stretch of proposed roadway that's just next to a wooded area that we had not had street trees, so we've added it to both sides of the road. There was also a question as to the configuration of the lots. Previously, this lot 6 had like a triangle toward the back that didn't meet the lot width requirements, so we did rearrange the lots a bit to make sure they conform to that. In our stormwater analysis, we expanded the proposed yard areas of the lots. We don't know how they'll be ultimately developed, but for the purposes of the stormwater analysis, we kind of increased the assumed disturbance. And that's essentially what the revisions were. I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have.
I went through, I see I see on the back of the plans, you've got a recharge. Is that for each lot?
The roof recharge for each individual lot.
Recharge. Each lot will have its own.
Yeah, just to capture the roof area.
The roadway dropped from, was it Angelo Drive away, whatever it is, coming off of Keene Road now. From what I could interpret there in the plans, what is the elevation change from? It's pitching back? Am I
Yeah,
correct
so
looking at it?
So it comes up on the shoulder area of Keene Road to maintain that short shoulder. And then
Okay.
from there it goes down to the,
So the elevation of the road right at Keene Road is going to be higher than Keene Road?
yeah, so it acts like a Cape Cod berm would to
Okay.
keep the Keene Road out of our road, but
All right, so
everything.
it's not going to be, it won't be dumping onto.
Right, we don't want Keene Road coming into our road, but we don't want our road going onto Keene Road.
Right, exactly. Okay. The houses, they're on, do you show the well locations on the property?
We don't show them.
Okay.
They would be in the rear of the lot, the septics are in the front.
Okay.
And again, with the individual sites, we kind of throw a typical lot layout. Once they're sold, it's
Yep,
kind of out of our hands, but they would have to meet the roof recharge requirements and.
yep. And they gotta meet that clearing,
Right,
what you're showing on there. It's the maximum clearing, right?
right. If they wanted to
What's
clear
being
more,
shown.
then they would need to
Yep.
mitigate it somehow.
You see the lot in the front, I guess they're taking out both the deck and that little,
Yeah, I
Additional
think the
wing there in the
intent
front?
is to permit it as that house is staying, but eventually, once there's, lots are sold and they can put a new house on that lot, that would be.
So in the meantime, that section of the house, that,
Right, to meet. the
whatever is a
zoning.
little porch there, and then it looks like a deck, but that stuff will be
That'll be
raised as part of the.
To meet the zoning
development.
setback.
That'll come. So is there a sequence on when this, when the infiltration basin will be installed? Is that gonna be installed pre-construction or during construction? Not necessarily the homes, but of the road?
Yeah, so typically the basin would be the first thing they construct, while they,
Yeah.
get their construction entrance and clear what they can. And then during construction, they'd kind of have a temporary storage basin upslope from it, so they don't discharge all the sediment into the
Yep.
infiltration basin. But once all the contributing area is stabilized, then they would allow the stormwater to enter the basin and function as a post-development infiltration basin. And we do have a construction period sediment control plan. Because of the amount of disturbance here, this project will require a NIPDES permit through
Yep.
EPA for construction period sediment control.
So the road's gonna go in, drainage is gonna go in, utilities are gonna go in. And then, is it gonna be, we gotta get a binder coat on the asphalts, they're gonna come later on down the roadway. I mean, a lot of this is predicating that the water's all, that road is being used as part of your drainage, from what I can see, to funnel it all the way to the back. That's why I'm
Right,
asking
right.
this question.
Yeah, I don't know the board's requirement as far as, I'm sure they wouldn't allow to release any house construction until the roadway
Roadway
is
is-
functioning.
Right.
But they'd have to look through the regs to see the actual release of funds.
These are some of the questions that were asked back in January 25th. I just want to make sure that we're covering them all. To provide a 10-scale detail at the intersection of the depicted, however, the transition will occur with grading and stormwater.
Yep, we have that detail. Sheet 8. So we've got spot grades throughout that detail.
What page is that?
Sheet 8.
Did the line of sight. I don't think you can capture it on the TV, I don't know. The previous one, where you show the line of sight for the traffic, I just didn't know if you could get it up on the,
Yeah, the detail doesn't capture the full,
yeah.
but the grading plan has the stopping sight distance and intersection sight distance.
Second question is providing intersection site distance info on the plans to prove there is adequate line of sight in and out of the subdivision road.
That's what I just referred to.
Okay.
It's in here. It's on 4 of 10. Project. Show the vehicles, line of sight coming in into the intersection. Both ways. I went by there the first time, I haven't been, let me recall a little bit. Now, is there a lot of trees or shrubbery in front of the existing property that's there right now?
They're in front of the 39 Key
The
Road.
house that's there, right?
Yeah, it's kind of got some overgrown screening, I guess.
Yeah, and which is, to me, is gonna obstruct, I mean, that's, to me, that's gotta have to be cleared.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
to get, so we get this line of sight as part of the project. Pole's gonna be relocated. Driveways.
Another thing that was pointed out was the lines of the profile view are missing.
Yeah, I think it's the way it was plotted. I tried
Okay.
to put them on a darker
Okay.
line layer.
Overlapping text on sheet 4. That's what we're looking at.
I think we got them.
We got a totally different sheet this time, so.
So that's all set. And we had an issue with lot 6, but that's been fixed.
Yep, that was the
Yep.
triangular.
Have you had any conversations with Concom yet? Or
I tried reaching out to Joanne, is it Joanne today? I think I called to, I forgot they closed at noon, so
okay.
I was gonna follow up on that. But they do have this plan set. It's just, I don't know if they've chosen a peer reviewer at this point or.
Definite improvement from the first time.
I have a couple of concerns that were from the Board of Health. Wondering what test pit soil logs for the drainage system should be shown, and 2-foot separations from seasonal high groundwater should be shown.
Yeah, that's on one of that's.
You can certainly add the soil logs,
Page
the
that.
stones.
Just a separation. He's got soil log. He's showing separation between recharges. Right now, 9 and 10.
So we can add the soil logs to the details, but we do have on our basin detail, the 2-foot minimum separation to groundwater at the basin is 84.8, and the bottom of our basin's at 87.
Yeah, soil log, I think is kind of important. That infiltration basin is gonna work correctly, and we've already had issues up on the solar field up on Main Street where
Still have it.
it's filled up and it turned into a retention basin.
Also, 100% future reserve area should be shown.
Yep. As well.
So those the boxes you see on the
Yep.
grading plan are I guess the footprint of the septic trenches. The trenches have the reserve area between the primary, so those boxes represent the extent of both primary and reserve.
And the last one, conceptual well location should be shown.
So, yeah, we can add that.
Yep.
Pete, you all set?
It seems like they addressed everything that was asked.
Okay.
Viable, but the only other question I have, but I think it's probably through conservation, is that infiltration basin, maintenance of that infiltration basin.
Yeah, that's all part of the stormwater report, there's a O&M.
All right, I started, it was 143 pages, and it's like, okay, I'm lost in it, so I started going, all right, a little bit,
Yeah.
some of the stuff's a little over my head.
It's a standard 9, so it's at the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be part of their.
We have anybody out here that has any questions? If you do, state your name and your address.
Hi, my name's Walter Furtado. I'm at 57 Keene Road. Did I hear you correctly say that there'll be a lot with the existing house and then 5 additional or 6 additional?
5 additional, 6 total.
So there'll be that house will have its own small lot and then 5 additional lots? 5 houses?
No, all lots will have the 60,000 square foot minimum. Just that existing house will remain on one of the lots and then 5.
All right, you could probably say it better from
Yeah,
over here.
Okay, yeah. So is this a buildable lot right here with it? So this is the existing house? Right here, the rental?
The
the
existing
rental house?
is right here, this is.
That's the whole, yeah.
Yeah, this is the new septic they put in, so
Yep.
this is a complete, or is this all
Yes.
one right here?
That's all one
It's all
lot.
one lot.
So that's a, so will there be a house here? Is this a considered?
No, that's all part of,
They would have to knock down the existing house.
Oh, I see, whoever bought that then could do whatever they wanted with it. Keep the house and then do nothing, or knock it down and build a new house. I see, okay. So if they did that, then there would be 6 new houses.
If they did that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
And where was that basin, sorry?
Okay, don't worry about it.
Where was that basin you're talking about located? Because I'm like, this is me right here. Oh, this is the basin you're talking about. And what you're proposing is the water comes down here and works its way over here, down the road? Right, stormwater?
From here.
Bob Hinckley, 6 Brookside Drive, on behalf of my parents, Robert and Kelly Hinckley, 209 Peckham Road. Just a quick question, not so much about the plans, more along the lines of approvals. Going back to the original public hearing, Chairman Francois had mentioned that he wanted to work hand in hand with conservation in regards to stormwater. Not really a question, more so, as you mentioned earlier about basins becoming retention ponds, as you know, how much water we've had retaining in this town lately. I just want to implore that before anything is approved whatsoever, conservation does have this on its agenda. It does require stormwater approval and a stormwater permit in town due to the lot size. So I just request that due diligence is done
Yep.
before we even think about approving
Yep.
any of them. Thanks.
Anything else? Do we have anybody out in Zoom land?
See anybody there?
Doesn't look it. Now, as he was just talking about the stormwater, so these plans will be presented to Concom, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
And so, since we have to wait for that, we're asking for a continuation of the public hearing,
Yes,
okay?
we would request.
Is May 2nd workable?
Yes.
Okay. So, is there a motion to continue the public hearing as requested by the planning board to May 2nd, 2024 at 6 PM?
Is that, before I say we're out, what's that, 3 weeks from now? Or 2 weeks? What's that,
For the 18th.
May 2nd? All right, yeah, next week's already, is already the last
About
weekend of April.
Be 2 weeks, I think.
2
right?
weeks. Has Concom got enough time to do?
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right.
And we're doing this continuation of the public hearing to allow the Storm Water Authority agent to review the
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
So, all right, so,
I'll make a motion to continue the public hearing for subdivision here on Keene Road, 39 Keene Road, Form C, until May 2nd, 2024.
is there a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, is there a motion to close the public hearing portion of the meeting?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you. I just had a question as to, I guess, procedure. Do we need to request an extension of the, I guess, timeframe for approval? I know we've been submitted for a while, so I don't know if there's a timeframe to act that we need to request an extension on. Or I guess I could follow up with Paul.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll have to do that.
All right.
It's something that we'd have to ask to find out.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Okay, cool. Now I need a motion to go back into the regular meeting.
Make a motion to go into our regular meeting.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Could I take a second to look at it?
You can have them if you want.
I can have it? Yeah. That'd be great. Sure.
Okay,
You need these clips?
discussion topics, we have none. Current planning, town planner update, none. Long-range planning, town planner update, none. Other business, any other businesses? The next meeting will be Thursday, April 25th, 2024.
So which one's the new one?
That's for the
Thank you.
stormwater.
So what do I do?
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
This one? Okay, all right, thank you.
Right,
Good night,
Good
thank you.
Right, thank you.
okay, well,
The motion is closed?
yes, please.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.